Hi guys, it's Diana, and guess what? I didn't make enough Christmas cards. I need to make Christmas cards fast because they need to go out in the mail tomorrow. Would you guys like an idea on making fast, simple, quick, beautiful Christmas cards at the last minute? Okay, I'm going to give you some tips and a really easy idea to make 6 cards in a jiffy. So here's a sample of the cards we're going to make today. I'm going to show you how to do them step by step, and then I'll just bring these back and show you some little differences that I've made, okay? So, last minute Christmas cards. You're going to take 3 sheets of cardstock, cut them in half, okay? So a regular cardstock is 8.5 by 11. And then you cut it in half, and you have 2 sheets that are 8.5 by 5.5, okay? Score them in the middle at 4 1/4. So now you have... So for 3 sheets of paper, you'll have 6 cards. So this is just one to show you the sample. Okay? So a full sheet makes 2 cards. So you only need 3 sheets of cardstock to make 6 cards. Scored in the middle at 4 1/4 and folded in half. Okay? So you should have 6 of these. Okay? Then you're going to get some of our beautiful Designer Series paper. Our Designer Series paper at Stampin' Up! Is double-sided. Okay? This is my favorite side, of course, because I am all about the bling. And isn't everyone around the holidays about the bling? So I'm going to use this side. So you're going to take our DSP is either 6 by 6 or 12 by 12. So what I did was I just took a couple of our big sheets of 12 by 12 and I cut them down. These are 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. Okay? You want 18 pieces of DSP. Okay? Do a couple different, like 3 or 4 different sheets, so that you have patterns that you can mix and match, okay? Because you can use either side. So what you're going to do is cut those 5 1/4 by 1 1/4, and you need 18 pieces, okay? This is just 3 to show you. Then you're going to need one little tiny scrap that's about 3/4 of an inch wide, and then however long, 3 to 4 inches long, depending on what greeting that you're going to do. So I'm just going to real quickly set these aside, stamp my greeting, show you how to do that. So I've got a photopolymer stamp. Okay, photopolymer just means it doesn't have any cushion. You can see through it. You can see exactly where you're stamping. A lot of people love these, and I've got it on my acrylic block here. So what you're going to do, I have a piece of foam. This red piece right here is foam. When you're stamping with photopolymer, just put a piece of foam, fun foam or craft foam underneath your stamping area. That way it gives it a little bit of cushion. It stamps a little bit better for you. I've also got the Crumb Cake Stampin' Pad Classic. So you just open it up, slide it back, and then I'm just going to ink it up. I'm a tapper. I tap back and forth, and we're just going to stamp directly down. It's kind of hard because I'm not directly over the project. Okay? If you don't like it, flip it over, try it again. It's just a piece of paper. Okay? So you got that. Then you'll just clean this off. If you have nails, I just put on new nails. Push this side, push it like that, and that'll get it started for you, and you can use your thumb. Because nobody wants to mess up their nails right before the holidays, right? No, we don't want to do that. So, okay, so now I've got my greeting here, and I'm a little off center. I got the Y off both, just because I couldn't see exactly right over it. But that's okay. You're your own worst critic. Nobody's going to say anything about that when you mail it to them. I'm also going to use this little punch. It's going to make us a little tail, if you can see there. So I've got it 3/4. So this one actually does 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. So we got the 3/4, so it's going to fit in that little slot right there. Slide it all the way in till it won't go anymore. Punch with the heel of your hand, and it makes a nice little V for you, like a little tag, like a little tail tag. Okay, so now we've got our greeting. We've got our pieces of DSP. We can assemble our card. Let me grab some embellishments. I also want to maybe grab a little bit of twine there. This is our silver cording. I'm a big lover of our multi-purpose glue at Stampin' Up, so I'm going to use the glue. And the easiest way to do this, because we're going to put these 3 on our piece of cardstock here, and you can get colored cardstock too. You don't have to use white. I just thought it would be the easiest. The easiest way is if you have a gridded sheet of paper like this, what you'll do is put it on the grid, okay, and then just measure in. If you're someone that it has to be exact, it's going to drive you crazy if you're not exactly on, then use your grid. So you can either put it up here. You can see I've got it on centimeters, which is kind of weird for US, but that's the side I have up because there's stuff on the back. So then you just look up here. What's the middle of 10.5 would be 5 1/4. So all you're going to do is just know that this is the middle. So which piece do we want in the middle? I'm going to say the stripes for right now, just so we can get these cards. Remember, we got to get these cards in the mail tomorrow. I'm going to use a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue goes a long way. Kind of center this at the 4 1/4. Move it over. That's why I like the glue, because you can kind of slide it around a little bit. Try to make sure it's even with the top and the bottom. Bring it back down here. Here we're going to finish it off. Remember, we're going to make 6 really fast cards because we're going to get them in the mail tomorrow. Lay this down. Again, you use the glue. You can slide it around. Slide it that way a little bit. Perfect. Get the snowflakes, add a little bit more glue. I think the glue is the most economical. Well, now stop it. The people who don't like the glue usually are the ones who just have used a little bit too much of it, and it does make the paper a little bit bubbly. Oops. But see, you can slide it right back. I'm trying to do this super fast to show you how super fast and easy it's going to be. And it's not showing it, it's not turning out super fast and easy. Okay, so here, now we've got our card, right? I've got a couple of little tips for you, okay, besides the multi-purpose glue. Here's a couple of things you can do. So, one of the ideas is you can sponge the edge of the DSP. I'm going to use the crumb cake and the thing, and it gives a little bit of definition. So without adding a layer of cardstock, which would be more weight, you're just adding a little bit of a layer here, a layered look. Not really adding a layer. Okay, so I don't know if you can kind of see. I'm going to show you a finished project with completed. You can also do this on the DSP to make it stand out a little bit if you would like. So I'm going to show you the difference here in just a minute, because I'm going to put this together and show you a couple more tricks. I'm going to use a Stampin' Dimensional. So we've got our little Stampin' Dimensionals here, and show you a real quick trick. So what I do is I put my Stampin' Dimensional down, because I want to add some twine here, or some our cording. So I'm just going to take a little bit of cording. Here's a real quick trick for you. Take my snips, cut off a little piece of cord. Okay, put those back in there without poking myself. Put those back in here. This cording comes in the silver and the gold, so that's kind of nice. But of course, you won't be able to get any of these supplies before Christmas, but you can use whatever you have on hand. So what I do is I just take it and I kind of roll it up like a little ball, and I twist it and I stick it down on that take the paper off and then stick it down right in the middle of that dimensional. Okay, so now that's holding your dimensional down. And then what you do is add a couple more dimensionals. Make sure you don't put one in the very middle, because this is going to be in the middle already and you don't want to add that extra height. So just take this and then stick that right over the top like that. Okay, fast and easy. How's that? Okay, let me show you some differences here. So let me show you. So here is one that I did that just has the tag sponged on the edge, and you notice how I just kind of flicked the edge with the sponge dauber. Okay, you can also do it at the outside of your card. But now here's a different one So here's one that I didn't do any sponging on. Okay, here's one where I did sponging on the outside DSP and the little banner. And I don't know if you can tell the difference. Hold on, let me get my lighting out of the way. I don't know that you can tell a difference or not, okay? But there is a slight bit of difference for this one. It has a little bit of a shadowed effect on it. So if you did have a little bit of extra time, wanted to sponge around each individual DSP, that would give you a little bit more depth as opposed to no sponging at all. But you know what? No sponging at all is way faster than sponging. So if you wanted to get all 6 of your cards done while you're stamping tonight, get them in the mail tomorrow, that would be the way to do it. Okay? One more thing, I just did a Facebook Live, and this was our Secret Project Sunday. And so head on over to Facebook, you can check that out and see this really cool card, but now it's not a secret to you. So, okay, thanks guys. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you get all of your Christmas cards out on time.